Hi everyone! We are so grateful and flattered that so many people have reached out with positive feedback for our Wyland art lesson. This project was created by my best friend and I over the summer to enhance basic drawing skills and briefly cover important concepts that will be discussed throughout the year, such as composition, line, shape, and value. Due to COVID, our students are also 100% online, so we knew we had to create a lesson that would be accessible to our students from all walks as they create art in their own home environments with their own materials. We are so happy with the results. As you can see, our students had a ton of success with the project. I wanted to create and share a short video with you on what has been working for us in case you are also struggling with online learning or could just use a new method or lesson.
We sell this lesson called Drawing Basics with Wyland on our TPT page at Art Teacher Fusion. The lesson comes in the form of what we call a digital sketchbook, which is just a fancy Google slideshow that we created. The students are assigned this digital sketchbook at the beginning of a unit through Google Classroom and work on it throughout the project process, which usually takes about 4 weeks to complete, start to finish. The digital sketchbook comes with directions on how to edit the Google slideshow, how to access the hyperlinks, and a list of synchronous and asynchronous assignments in order start to finish. Let me show you how it works and how the students access the information. First, in order to make the hyperlinks work, and remember the hyperlinks show up as blue writing, you have to be in present mode. So if you hit the present button at the top, you can see that the hyperlink will work for you. That first hyperlink on the title that I just clicked on will take you directly to the slideshow that we created on Drawing Basics inspired by Wyland. The slideshow includes a biography of the artist and examples of his work. It'll also include the controversy surrounding the mural in Redondo Beach and a philosophical aesthetic assignment that the students participate in on the digital sketchbook. It comes with a video that we've embedded into the slideshow and examples of his two-dimensional and three-dimensional work, aside from the murals you saw at the beginning. It also includes an intro to the assignment and teacher examples. It includes the requirements, the expectations, and the learning goals, as well as our grading rubric. It is a 100-point project, and we grade off of 4 categories. We include the project steps, start to finish, from collecting images of the animals you want to draw to creating a sketch of it, and then building it up with value until you have the finished product. We also include a short video on how to work from beginning to end on the project as well. The first page is an example of students' line and shape notes. That is one of the very first things they learn about. They learn about the elements and principles of design. If you click on the hyperlink, it will take you to a teacher example of the notes and important vocabulary words that the students should know. And all of our students work in separate physical sketchbooks that they have created. That's our first lesson we do, actually. And they then take photos of what they do in the sketchbook and submit it to the digital sketchbook. And they would put their photo right here so we could grade it. Page 2 is a photo of their pre-instruction assignment. So they would create a sea creature drawing, and they would show what they can do before we teach them anything. So it's a before, and they can compare it to their after, which is their project. Page 3 is where they answer 5 philosophical aesthetic questions that relate to the controversy surrounding the Redondo Beach mural and the fact that developers are trying to tear it down. If you click on that hyperlink, it would take you to an article written by the Beach Reporter surrounding the controversy. And at the very bottom, we have 5 questions that the students are going to read, answer on the digital sketchbook. Page 4 is going to be a teacher demo. We walk them through how to draw a shark, starting with basic shapes and gestures. They follow along with us as we walk through this tutorial, and then we teach them how to shade it in with value, graphite in this case. And they take a photo and they submit it right here. Page 5 is another teacher demo, this time of a sea turtle. If you click on that title, it takes you to that same tutorial, and if you scroll down a little bit further, you'll see the sea turtle that we break down and draw together. They'll do a dolphin on their own, and they'll do a tropical fish on their own. That's page 5. Page 6 is the dolphin. Page 7 is the fish. And page 8 is the actual breaking down of photographs of animals. Instead of watching or instead of looking at a tutorial of how to draw an animal, they have to now apply what they've learned to an actual photo. So if you were to click on the tutorial and scroll all the way down to the bottom, we've included photos of what we drew with the kids. We show them how to draw jellyfish, for example, and get the flow and the gesture of it. We also show them how to draw a crab by breaking it down into simple shapes and gestures first. That goes here. We've included a teacher demo video as well, which is a recording of how we broke this down. So if you were to play the video.
Right, so this is the demo that we did yesterday, and where I showed it.
You can see that we're doing, in this case, a color video, and I walk the students how to use colored pencils to shade this jellyfish on their sketchbook. So this is their colored pencil demo included in that digital sketchbook. Here they would come up with a sketch of their final project. Page 10, you can see where the tabs pop out. Page 10 is going to be the Wyland project critique. At the end of every project, our students participate in a critique. In this case, what they would do is they would click on the digital gallery, which would take them to a separate slideshow. This is all included in the digital sketchbook if you were to purchase it. And on this separate slideshow called Drawing Basics with Wyland Critique, students would read through the directions. They would view the teacher example right here. They would include their name, their period, their teacher. And on an empty slide, they would create their own. They would submit a photo of their finished product, their final artwork, put their information here. They would see everybody else's artwork show up. They would choose their favorite one, copy it, go back to the artist critique page. They would write down the artist name and the date and the title of the work, or they could paste that photo of the person's, their peers' artwork they want to critique, and then they would answer the questions about their peers' work here. So they would critique another student's work. We also have the self-evaluation where the students read through the rubric, they grade themselves first, and then they answer 2 questions at the bottom, reflecting about how they feel they did on the project. And the last and final page in the digital sketchbook is reserved for a photograph, a strong, clear photograph of their final project. So that's basically what our digital sketchbook includes if you were to purchase it. And then this is an example of a student's work right here. I'm going to go ahead and hit present. And this is an example of a copy of a student's work for the Wyland project. You can see they've included their line and shape notes, their pre-instruction drawing, the answers to their Wyland philosophical aesthetic questions, and then their sketches. This one was a demo they did with us. They did a demo here with us. They did the dolphin on their own, and they did the fish on their own. They followed along with us on learning how to draw the crab and the jellyfish, and then they participated in the color value demonstration with us. Then they have their sketch for their final project, which we approve or provide feedback on. Here you can see that they are participating in the project critique. So the student really liked this project. They copied it, they pasted it here, and then they went ahead and they wrote about the work. They evaluated themselves, they answered the 2 questions at the bottom, and then they submitted their final project on the last page.
Thank you so much for your support. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to Art Teacher Fusion. Bye, guys.